This is the Comanche arrow, and for the time that we competed, we just usually put just simple little points on there. But normally in the past, you'd have the preferred wood for Comanche is dogwood. And when you say dogwood in Comanche, you say paruave. But in Comanche, the word for arrow is paca. And as you can see, it's pretty well been through some tournaments. But in the construction of the Comanche bow, you have some components. What's preferred for Comanches is the red-tailed hawk. These are red-tailed hawk feathers. And you say ekakwinai. If you can see the decoration with the arrows, you have what are tied in between the feathers is a decoration piece. These are hackles in English language. But in Comanche you say nara. You say nara. In general, these things are pretty stout, depending upon the poundage of the bow that you work, depending on what poundage that you can draw and shoot instinctively. These normally can go through a bale of hay. These are pretty powerful. These are bows that were used as far as to hunt as well as in warfare. These are pretty effective, but the preferred wood is dogwood. If we're looking at the construction, if you can see where the hackles are, you can see it's tied at the top and tied at the bottom part. Is tied with what is called sinew. In Comanche, we have a word for the sinew, which is what you have here. In Comanche, we say tamo, tamo. And you tie the feathers, you tie your hackles, all, and you secure them. This is your preferred feathers, which are the red-tailed hawk feathers. In old ancient time, you could have this as far as your arrow, but your shaft, before the introduction of steel, when we had Comancheria and the trading came into play and you had access to steel, in the olden time they made it out of flint. And the Comanche word for the ancient arrow point, which is stone, which is arrow, you could also call it tahkon. Now when the steel came into play and they made steel points for Comanche dogwood arrows, which is their preferred shaft wood, you call that buhiwi tahkon. Buhiwi tahkon, which means a steel point. We had other game in terms of our Comanche life that could be utilized. This is called a blunt. It's made out of the same dogwood, the preferred wood, and you can see it doesn't have a point. It can be different shapes, but Comanches, my dad's people, they like the round. And the depression on their allotments they grew up on, all their family, they hunted small game, squirrels, rabbits, as well as what they made as far as with points, but also they used these. And they put food on their table, supplemented their diet. So my dad, especially my father, and his uncles and his father and his grandfather before him, they all made Comanche short bows.